Do you get what you pay for in online dating, or is a free dating site just as effective? Sam Yagan, founder of the #1 free dating site OkCupid, is here to set the record straight. I'm Andrea Surtash, and this is On Dating. Would you go on a dating site if it were free?
No, I wouldn't use a dating site if it was free.
If I was a single guy, why not? I would try it.
No, I wouldn't use it if it was free.
If it was free, of course, I would go on a dating site. Yes, I would go on a dating site if it was free.
I'm not really too savvy. I haven't really participated in them, but I would consider it if it were free.
If it's free, I would definitely go on there.
I would go on a dating website if it were free.
No, even if it were free, I wouldn't go on a dating site. If it was free, yeah, I guess I would go on a dating site. There's no harm in that.
What would you say if I told you the most popular free dating site is run by a group of people who claim to know nothing about dating? I'm in the studio today with Sam Yagan, founder of OkCupid, who claims he's also clueless in this arena. So, Sam, why is it a plus to run a really great dating site and be clueless about dating?
Well, Andrea, we're just a bunch of mathematicians who thought that we could do a better job of matching people up than the so-called psychologists or the shrinks that run some of the other dating sites. And the way we approach dating is that the person who knows most about what they want is the dater, him or herself. So rather than taking a very paternalistic view of saying, we know what's best for you, we say, you know what's best for you. And we've built a site that allows you to tell us what you're looking for, and we help you find them. And for each question, and you can answer as many as you want, you answer for yourself. So if the question is, do you smoke? You would say yes or no. What you're looking for, yes or no. And then you rank it on a 5-point scale from irrelevant to mandatory. So as you answer more and more of these questions, you're building your own customized algorithm based on questions that you and other daters have wanted to have asked.
So it sounds like, especially because you were a mathematician, is dating an equation?
Sure. So the way we look at it is there are two elements to dating. There's, first of all, are you going to have anything in common? And then there's, do you have chemistry? The part about do you have chemistry, no one can figure out. Not a psychologist, not a mathematician. So we leave that to the real people in the real world. But in terms of determining compatibility, we think there is a set of questions we can ask to determine if people will have a good first date. And we think that's much more reliable than asking some old shrink to, hey, set me up with someone based on, some psychological questionnaire.
So how many questions do people have on your site?
Great. So people can answer as many questions as they want. If you don't answer any questions, then we're just like any other dating site where you can just browse profiles, look at pictures, and try to find someone on your own. Or you can start answering 1, 2, up to 3,000 questions if you're totally insane.
Have you ever had someone answer 3,000 questions?
We do. We have a lot of people who've answered all the questions. The average person answers 233 questions.
Wow.
And it becomes something that's really fun. And you don't do it all in one sitting. You do 10 or 12 now, then you watch, while you're watching TV, you do another 20. And over the course of time, you've answered a couple hundred questions. And the nice thing is, every question you answer, you're going to get a better match. Now you've told us what your political views are. Now you've told us what your view on smoking is.
You can tailor make it, right, to whatever your needs are.
And if you don't see a question that you like, upload your own. Say, hey, this is a question I really want asked. And then people who match with you will answer that question.
What's the strangest question you've ever received?
Okay, so someone suggested this question. You're walking down the street and you see someone levitated naked. What's more strange, that they're levitating or that they're naked? Now, to me, that's an irrelevant question, so it's number 3,000. But somebody actually took the time to write that question and suggest it.
That's great.
So as far as crazy goes, that's
pretty crazy.
Right, but that's not what most of the questions are like.
Or maybe this person's just checking if you have a sense of humor.
Which is really important. A lot of these questions are designed to get at, are you clever? Do you prefer witty humor or kind of slapstick? A lot of the questions are about your sense of humor.
That's really neat. So you're free. So can you tell me more about that? How do you pay for this site? How do you make money on this site?
Sure. We make money the way almost every other media company makes money, which is selling ads. If you think about all of your favorite websites and most of your favorite TV shows, everything is going to be free. And you see ads. Either they're commercials, or they're ads in a magazine, or they're ads on a website. And almost every other website, except for dating sites, are free. You get your news from a free site. You get your fashion information from a free site. Most sites don't even think about charging subscription fees, except for the dating sites.
And even if they do pay, I mean, the thing is, I think what's great about your site is someone can try a few sites at once and know that there's not a big cost. There's no cost, in fact, to just try out yours as well.
Absolutely. Most of our members are refugees from the pay sites. They've tried, they come to us, and then when they do find their match, they send us a thank you note that says, I wish I could get the $700 I gave to this other site back, because you gave me a
You gave me the match
for free.
What are some of your best match stories?
Oh, I have a bunch of them. I'll just give you a couple. One of our employees had never used a dating site before, signed up for OkCupid, and started just messaging with a girl in France. And at first it started out as this thing that wasn't very serious because we're in New York and she was in Paris. And they started sending these messages, then all of a sudden she's told him she's moving to New York for him.
Wow.
So as you can imagine, this was the kind of thing that to see one of our employees find love on our own site is really exciting. In fact, almost every person who started the company single is now in a relationship that they found on OkCupid. So that's one of my favorite stories. A second, we just got an email recently from a woman who was on the site. I think she's about 27. She's on the site, she found a boyfriend, and they're getting married, which is all great. But then it turns out that her mom is also on the site and has also met someone that she's getting married to. So here we have a mother and daughter using the site, which to me is kind of awkward and freaky. I wouldn't want to be on the same dating site as my parents, but I guess it works for them.
Are they going to have a double OkCupid wedding?
No, they're totally going to be
Okay.
separate weddings. That was the first thing I asked. I said, I hope you're getting married separately. We get lots of wedding invitations and baby pictures, and that kind of thing is very fun. We also, one of the things we have on our site is we have a lot of these fun personality quizzes. And one of the quizzes on our test is called the coffee addiction quiz. And I just got an email from a woman who was taking the coffee addiction quiz. And while she was taking the quiz, she saw another user taking the quiz at the same time, also addicted to coffee. So she sends him a message, and she has a perfect icebreaker. Hey, what kind of coffee do you like? And before you know it, they trade some more emails, go on a few dates, and then they get married 6 months later. So here's an example of how we try to mirror the offline world. You might be in line at Starbucks, and you see someone order something crazy, and you might just make a little comment about it and strike up a conversation. We let you do that on OkCupid, whereas you couldn't imagine doing that on any other dating site.
That's really, really cool. Sam, I think you're convincing me that you can find quality on a free dating site. I came in here a little skeptical,
Okay, well,
I have to admit.
That's great. That's all I wanted to accomplish.
So thanks so much for being here, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
I challenge you to sign up for free with OkCupid.com. What do you have to lose? Certainly not your money. Thanks for watching On Dating. And remember, even a bad date makes a great story. So get out there and always have fun. I'm Andrea Surtash. See you next time.